Martin Wolf, the chief economics commentator for the Financial Times, he's written already that the war is transforming the world map and dangerously reversing globalization. Martin's with me now from London. This idea, Martin, that a mold has broken, a new world order, if you like, is being shaped, it's being formed. How do you see it?
Well, I think the descriptions you've given and the quotations you've repeated are correct, broadly defined. I think there are several ways of thinking about this. The first is that the war is the third huge shock in the last 15 years. We had a huge financial crisis. It took us years to recover in the West, particularly in Europe. Then we had the COVID shock, which generated the most synchronized recession across the world in 2020 that, as far as we didn't know, there's ever been. Pretty well every country fell into recession at some point in 2020. We were recovering, but the recovery was really very messy in many dimensions. And then we get hit by this. So that's one way of thinking about it. But the other way of thinking about it is that we have had a burgeoning dislocation in the global political order. It really started with the very clearly growing tension between the US and China. That we already have very clearly from 2016 on. And then we have China aligning with Russia to attack a country for no cause that we can understand. We have no idea where it will end. So these are colossal shocks.
But can we put the China back together again, in a sense? I mean, is what we know and have lived by for the last 50 years, 70 years, is it irreversibly broken?
Well, I would say for the last 40 years, since the end of the Soviet Union, I think it is conceivable that we could imagine compartmentalizing things. So we would agree that we have friction with China, but we can still manage to cooperate on things we have to, like the world economy, like climate. It's conceivable, but it's very difficult to do. And war creates tensions and annoyance and irritation and rage, perfectly understandable, all these things, which make it very difficult to calm down. The emotions are such that they sweep everything away. And we've seen this with major wars in the past.
And this, on the economic front, of course, this is the most difficult. I mean, essentially, you've either got stagflation or shallow recession that's going to hit most of the major economies mid to late next year because they have to beat inflation.
Yes, I think even before this happened, I expected there to be a sharp slowdown and quite probably recessions, because inflation was much more serious than central banks had admitted. I've been writing this at least since the beginning of last year. And then we got this additional shock. So I think a recession is very likely in significant economies, plus then a period of stagflation. Very low growth as economies recover, but it takes a long time for inflation to disappear once it's really entrenched.
And that's something that an entire generation of people that have got no recollection of the 70s and the inflation of the 70s and 80s, this idea that the Fed can raise rates, or the ECB or the BOE can raise rates and squeeze inflation out. There are many people around now who have not experienced that process taking place.
I would have thought almost everybody active in business has no memory of this whatsoever, and they don't realize how disruptive it can be. It is different this time in a number of different dimensions, things we don't know. They're not the same as the 70s, which I remember well, but it's going to be disruptive because it always is.
Martin Wolf, I'm very grateful. We haven't spoken for a long time. And hopefully you'll be in Washington. Maybe you'll be in Washington and we'll catch up again at the IMF and World Bank. But it's good to see you, sir.